Alrighty. So, welcome back to Pokemon Sword, the Crowned Tundra. And last episode we did the whole first raid thing, and we also got somewhat of a team started. We got Inteleon, Whimsicott, and Aggron. So today we're going to be starting something about Sovereign and Steve. I don't remember what he called it. Let's have a look at this one. The King of Bountiful Harvest. That's the Pokemon going after. So, let's grab the pillow. Hello, Chief. My pillow's caught your eye, eh? Your pillow? Oh, yeah, listen here, Chief. I've got some wisdom to impart. If you can put your head on it and have a kip, it's a pillow. Unfortunately, I went and left my favorite pillow back at home, so I went to have a look around town for something to rest my head on. I found this out back behind the inn. Can I have it? Come off it. You want me to hand over my ultra mega comfy pillow? That's asking a lot, even coming from you, Chief. And what's that? You think that pillow's got something to do with a legendary Pokemon? Ultra mega, seriously? This is just some old thing I found. But if you really want it, Chief, who am I to refuse? Alright, go on, then I have it. But you'd better make sure you track that legendary down. Got the wooden crown. Mysterious object made of wood. Part of it seems to be maybe it's meant to be part of something. So, let's go out. It shows you that this world is nice and massive. It's I think it's very pretty. I like it. One of the Reggie statues. And that is where we'll put the crown. Let's go do that. It's a statue of a Pokemon, but it feels as if something is missing. It looks like the wooden crown could fit onto the statue here. Do you want to try fitting it on? Yes. The wooden crown fits perfectly on the statue. Crown. Oh, what's that? Does it want you to follow? And here is our first encounter with Calyrex or Salarex. Celery? I'm not going to imitate that sound anymore because I did a pretty poor job. It seems as if the mysterious Pokemon wants to test your strength. You want to ready your Pokeball? Yes. I am going to go for Nice Beam. An unknown Pokemon appears. Go Inteleon. Your team is too nervous to eat berries. Inteleon is thinking about camping. And we're going to Ice Beam. Super effective. So for that one, you don't catch it actually just yet. Oh, it's very pleased. Who are you? Oh, wait, what's up? I heard a big ruckus coming from over here. What is this now, Chief? Were you having a Pokemon battle? Huh? What a massive noggin! And off it goes. What's this? Ah yes, a sturdy body, just as I expected. I hope he doesn't mind that I make use of it for the time being. Chief Peony, an understandable reaction, but the answer is no. I am Calyrex. I am the one known as the King of Bountiful Harvest. I have borrowed this man's body in order to thank you in person, so to speak. Indeed, there are no words to adequately express my gratitude towards you for restoring my statue. In days long past, I reigned over these lands as king. The humans offered me their loyalty and respect, as I was able to bring lush vegetation to the land and give them plentiful harvests year after year. However, it seems that over many, many years, the people of this land have forgotten my existence. They used to make offerings to me every year, but even that tradition has long since been lost to the ravages of time. You see, it is the faith of the people that grant me strength, and now I have lost all but a fraction of my former power. Even my loyal steed has abandoned me. However, you were kind enough to restore my statue. That act has returned some strength to me, at least enough to speak to you by borrowing the body of another. Now, kind-hearted human child, I have a favor to ask of you. I must know once and for all whether the people have truly forgotten about me. I wish you to speak to the villagers and ask if they remember the King of Bountiful Harvest. I have tried asking them myself, you understand. But they treated me like some sort of fairy tale creature, or flew into a mild panic at the sight of me. Please, kind-hearted human, I beg you to help me. Alrighty. So, wrote down some notes. I'm not going to read them right now. Boom. Alrighty. Now we need to talk to the different villagers real quick. There is these two over here. The King of Bountiful Harvest? I used to believe it was real, you know. I was told that if I made mischief in the fields, the king would steal my body away. The Pokemon King? Oh sure, my gran used to tell me stories about it all the time when I was a kid. An old fairy tale that. And you talk to him. Do I remember the King of Bountiful Harvest? Why, of course I do. It's only the main tourist attraction of our lovely Freezington after all. I imagine we would see more visitors if only the king were real. Then I believe you talk to this guy. Let's pull away from me. The King of Bountiful Harvest? Well, if it exists, why doesn't it heal the land around here so we can grow crops for a change? I believe she just kind of... Oh dear, I'm sorry, I'm rather busy doing nothing right now. Just the people of Freezington about the King of Bountiful Harvest. Time to report back to Calyrex. And the long track back because I'm slow as hell. I have to talk to you. Ah, human child. I trust you were able to speak to the villagers. So, how was it? Did they say anything about me? They did, but... It is as I suspected. Nobody truly believes that I am real. It seems that people of this land have indeed forgotten the bond they once shared with me. Oh no, of course I'm not grieving. I am the King of Bountiful Harvest after all. I know better than to count on humans to remember me. This proves beyond doubt that I cannot simply rely on human faith if I want my powers to return. If only my loyal steed were to return to me, I would regain something of what I've lost. Your loyal steed? Yes, the four-legged Pokemon that I used to ride all across the land. The very same Pokemon that my statue in the village shows me riding. Alas, though in ancient times we spent many days together, dashing through the valleys and over the mountain of this land. My powers waned, and I was forced to part ways with it. Now, I know not where it may be. Even if we should succeed in locating my loyal steed, I have my doubts as to whether it has remained loyal. I have lost so much power. Perhaps the villagers know something about my currently not so loyal steed. I would be in your debt if you could speak to the head of the village on my behalf. If you're able to find any information at all, I ask that you let me know. What? Huh? Chief? What is this? What with the massive noggin? Oh, wait, no. It's normal. I must have fallen asleep where I stood. Sorry about that, Chief. Still, I feel strange. Like my body's not quite my own. Guess I'll head back to the base and get some rest. Besides, it's freezing out here. Alrighty, so I need to go to the head. I almost said head chef. Not head chef. I don't know what he goes by. Chief, maybe? Head chief? The mayor's not home at the moment. He went to have a look at the fields in the giant's bed. You can go look for him if you're in a hurry. The fields in the giant bed are to the southeast of the village. Go through Frost Point Field and just keep going to the left. Alrighty. So let's go down to the giant's bed. Alas, this field is no good either. The soil is barren, no crops could possibly grow here now. Perhaps the land of the Crown Tundra truly are beyond hopes. What's this? Oh, our dear visitor, what brings you here? You want to learn about the loyal steed of the King of Bountiful Harvests? Well, this is hardly the place for storytelling. Come to my home in Freezington. It's better to have a nice chat in the warmth after all. Please, visit whenever you're ready. I'll be waiting. Have you seen what's happened to the statue of the King of Bountiful Harvest? Its head has become massive. You say that's the way the king's supposed to look? Now that you mention it, it does resemble the design on our town's souvenir shirts. But you speak as if you've seen the king with your own two eyes. That statue's been broken since I was a child. Oh, of course, you wanted to learn about the loyal steed of the King of Bountiful Harvest. Well, I don't know why you'd be interested in such a thing, but come on then, follow me. An old book I read long ago said that the king's loyal steed was particularly fond of a certain species or special vegetable. But my memory isn't what it used to be. I can't recall what exactly the steed so desired. I think it's best that you'll search on the bookshelf over there if you want to find out more. I'm going to breeze through the books because, well, it's a bunch of lore stuff and I've already read through, I think, most of it. Alrighty, so I finished reading the books and we're going to go for, I believe it's called the Ice Root Carrot. The Ice Root Carrot is, well, Ice type. And what's so special about the steed that we were reading about is that depending on the type of carrot you choose, it will be one of two different types. If you go with Shade Root, it'll be a ghost type. If you go with Ice Root, it'll be, well, ice type. I don't know where you're wandering off to, Anteleon. So, we're going with Ice Root because we went with Shade Root on Shield. Oh, hey there, Chief. I had a feeling someone called me. Was it you? Psychic powers activate. Human child. Were you able to find something out about my loyal steed? I have, yes. You say you found out about something that my loyal steed could not resist? It's been so long since we rode together that I had completely forgotten. With this information, we may be able to lure my loyal steed to me yet. So tell me, what is it that my loyal steed would find so irresistible? Carrots. Oh, carrots, you say? Yes, I remember now. Even back when we were together, it would leap at any chance to eat some kind of crop. It took everything I had to restrain it. Look back. The crop must have been carrots. I am in your debt, human child. What we must do now is clear. If we are able to find carrots somewhere, we should be but a trifle to lure my loyal steed back to me. I wonder, do the humans in the village grow any carrots? If we could obtain even a single seed, I could grow a carrot from it myself. You jotted down the current status of Legendary Clue 1. Alrighty, read it now. Moving on. Alrighty, so now I need to go get myself a pair of carrots, or carrot seeds. And, luckily enough, this fella right here sells carrot seeds. Welcome to Freezington. It must have been quite a journey to get here. The Crown Tundra is famous for carrots. You know, maybe you'd be interested in getting some carrot seeds as a souvenir. Yes, please. Quite the enthusiastic one, aren't you? Though I must admit, these seeds are rather valuable to us. How about a trade? You bring me 8 pieces of dynamite ore, and I give you the seeds. Ho ho, life is about a quid pro go, or whatever the phrase was. Oh, you're looking for carrots? Well, you won't be able to find any at the time of this year. We do have seeds right here. Do you want to trade 8 pieces of dynamite ore for the carrot seeds? I would love to. Oh, wonderful. This is plenty. Now we can bury the ore in our fields and make our crops huge. Here are the seeds as promised. We obtained a bag of carrot seeds. Seeds to plant in a field. The kind of carrots you'll get is determined by the field you plant the seeds in. Don't go planting those seeds I gave you willy-nilly in the village fields now. These fields are for our own crops. Well, that's fine. Oh. I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that I ever saw that. Have you found the carrots, human child? By the stars! You say that you have carrot seeds? That strange bag contains the seeds of carrots? You humans never stop adapting and evolving. I'm constantly amazed by your ingenuity. And yet, the fields of the village simply won't do. They're not suited for growing carrots. If we could find rich soil, I could use my powers to grow the crops we need. Now, where might we find soil suited for growing these crops in this tundra of mine? Ah, I see 2 spots that might suit our needs. One is in a field covered in pristine snow. Another spot is a field by gravestones, where those who moved were laid to rest. Either of those locations should allow me to use my powers and grow the carrots we need. Please, I ask that you choose a field and plant those seeds. Huh? What in the... I seem to be getting in the habit of falling asleep outside. Ugh, guess it goes to show that holding down the fort isn't all that easy. You take care of yourself, Chief. Don't overdo it. I forgot to show... Oh, you marked the 2 fields of Calyrex told you about on your town map. Jotted down the current status of Legendary Clue 1. Read it now. Moving on. Also, I changed the armband from orange to blue, because I do like the color blue. Nanny. Sing that song about the King's Steed Pokemon. Oh, of course, dear. I love to. Ice root carrots cold as ice, munched all up by the bully in white. Shade root carrots dark as doom, crunched by the bully with the ghostly gloom. Now make sure you eat your veggies too. I just like the Pokemon in the song. Yes, Nan. Alrighty, we're back, and we found the field. One of the fields Calyrex told you about. Do you want to plant the carrot seeds in this field? Yes. I see you have reached one of the fields. If you plant the seeds in this field, ice root carrots will grow. It has been so long that my memory is hazy, but I believe that my loyal steed would often partake on this sort of vegetable. If ice root carrots were what my steed preferred, it must have been an ice type, mustn't it? It's most vexing that I can't recall. I suppose we will see. I will ask but once more. Are you sure this is the field in which you want to plant the seeds? Yes. Very well then. I ask that you plant the seeds. You planted the carrot seeds in the field. Very good, very good. You have an able hand for working with soil. Now then, it's time I did my part. Let me show you my powers. This part always makes me smile. Should put that on loop. Ooh. You planted so many seeds, and yet my powers could only get one to grow. To think that I've fallen so low, it truly breaks my heart. But soon it will be time to bid my sorrow farewell. Now, human child, I must ask that you pull that ice root carrot free with all your might. You want to pull the carrot out? Yes. I'm just gonna leave it here. 1 and 2 and pull. You obtained an ice root carrot. You put the ice root carrot in your bag, blah blah blah. Produce that the King of Bountiful Harvest's beloved steed likes to eat. It grew in a field covered in snow. Well done, human child. That carrot will be the key to luring my loyal steed back to me. Now all I need are the reins of unity that will amplify my power, letting me ride my loyal steed with ease. But I doubt I shall ever get another set from the humans in the village. Nice! What? Glastrier, my loyal steed, is that truly you? That glistening white pelt, that rough, violent gallop. It has not changed from the day we first met. Oh, how this brings back memories. Ah! It is my belief that while my steed picked up on the scent of the carrot, it could not determine where the scent was coming from. Judging from the direction it ran off in, it must be heading to the village in an attempt to pillage carrots there. If that is true, then Freezington is in danger, human child. We must make haste. Alrighty, back to Freezington, but luckily enough, I can just use the Corviknight flight thingy. Jotted down clue. And read and done. There's a lot of reading in this one. This one's a lot more like adventure based. And look who it is. It is the horse. I'm going to switch to Aggron because I've got Ironhead. Stop! Glastrier appeared. Aggron. Glastrier is after your Ice Root Carrot. I'm going to Protect just to kind of spot what move it's going to try going for. And Thrash, which is a normal type. Beautiful. Iron Head. Oh dang, he's fast. However, Glastrier is very tanky too. I 4 times resisted, but that still did a good amount of damage. Iron Head. And use Thrash again. Holy hell, Glastrier hurts. I 4 times resist Thrash and it's dealing that much damage. And Glastrier fainted. And Aggron leveled up to 71. Nice. Oh, that did not feel good on my throat. Are you alright? Yeah, yes, I feel like something stepped in to save me. You obtained a tuft of white mane hair. Mane hair that belonged to the King of Bountiful Harvest, beloved steed, Glastrier. The hair is strong and very flexible. Oh, kind visitor, how could I possibly thank you enough for saving the people of the village? I had no idea such a vicious Pokemon still existed in the Tundra. Why, it reminded me of the Pokemon in the fairy tales, the little steed of the king. But no doubt I am overthinking things. What's that you have there? Is that a tuft of white mane hair? In the fairy tales, it is said that by weaving the hair of the little steed together with a radiant blossom grown by the king, it is possible to create the Reins of Unity, which link the king with its steed. In fact, it was my own ancestors who used to weave the Reins of Unity, following an ancient tradition passed down over many years. Of course, I myself have never seen any kind of radiant flower, and the method of making the reins have also been lost to time. In any case, we can't spend all day musing over fairy tales. I must make plans and preparations. That Pokemon could well decide to pay us another visit. After all, thank you very much for your help, kind traveler. Now I have to go back and talk to Calyrex. You have my thanks for protecting the village, human child. Where I, at my full power, could have tamed my steed and regained its loyalty. But weakened as I am now, most I could do was influence its will and make it depart. If only I had the Reins of Unity, they would have allowed me to tame my steed in short order. Can make a set. Wait, what's that? We can make a set of reins with mane hair from my little steed and a flower that I can grow? A flower. A flower. Yes, but of course. I'd assumed that the humans stopped making the Reins of Unity because they had lost their faith in me. But it was because I lost the power to grow the material needed. I've spent far too long holding my misguided assumptions, it seems. It has been many centuries since I was able to grow a radiant flower. Doing so drains much of my power. But for whatever reason, my fraction of my power seems to have returned to me just now. There's only one thing left to be done. Let the radiant flower bloom. Take this, human child. You obtained a radiant petal. Beautiful. It shames me to admit it, but a whole flower is beyond me right now. I do not know if that petal will be enough, but I still must ask that you use it to try to create the reins of you. The descendants of the family who once made the reins for me should still live in the village. I put my hopes on you, human child. Alrighty. Oh, Jesus, you're big. Hello. Alrighty, let's go. There's a lot of story to this one. Oh, hello again, savior of our village. Come to do some more reading. Not this time. I beg your pardon, you want me to make a set of reins of unity? Well, I say, that presents a bit of a problem. If my dear great-granddad were still around, he'd have been able to make you a set. But unfortunately, we've no one left who knows the traditional ways at this point. What's more, I doubt you even have the flour you need to forge a set of the reins. I do have it. Is that the petal from a radiant flower? If so, would that not mean the King of Bountiful Harvest has truly... No, I dare not hope. If I recall, my ancestors made reins of unity by following the ways passed down in fairy tales. There were two key materials, a flower and a hair from a Pokémon. But I'm afraid I skipped that. Still, how could I refuse a favor to such a kind and helpful guest? The material, if you please. He handed the tuft of white mane and the radiant petal over to the mayor. I can't promise this will turn out as well as the ones my great-granddad would have made, but time to breathe life back into the tradition of my village. Humph. I'm afraid it hasn't come out very well. I fancy myself a crafty enough sort, but I suppose I'd take a craftsman of truly delicate technique to make such fine reins. Oh, please don't look so dejected. I'm very sorry. Truly, I am. Oh, Mr. Mayor. Thought one of my showers seems to have gone on holiday. Yes, terribly sorry. I'll have a look at it soon. Oh, you're here too, Chief. Were you in the middle of something? The pair of you seem awfully gloomy. Here's what happened. What? Is that all? So all you need to do is make a nice cord. Pass me those materials, Formo. Alrighty, got my petal, got my hair, now what I'm supposed to do with them. If I may be so bold, allow me to share a song that survives from the legends. Blossom woven around and around, a royal gift in Maine's hair bound. Steady on, old bloke, the singing's a bit much, oh well. That'll do for an answer. Hiya! I'll finish, have a look. Think this'll do? You obtained a set of Reins of Unity. You put the set of Reins of Unity in your bag's key pocket. Cords that shine when you hold them up to the light. The people of old times presented them to the King of Bountiful Harvest to express their gratitude. You're more capable than your face lets on. These Reins of Unity are the spitting image of those in my family or fairy tales. Don't sew all my dear rebellious daughter's clothes for nothing, you know. Even the explorer's outfit I gave you was handmade by yours truly, Chief. In any case, it seems you've got the Reins of Unity you need. Isn't that just smashing? Now we go and talk to Calyrex. Tell him that we've got the reins. Would you believe it? I caught myself falling asleep outside again. It's chill to the bone. I thought I'd warm myself up with a good hot shower at our base, but the water coming out was ice cold. I got ultra mega surprised and jumped out. Human child, were you able to make the reins of unity? You bet. Oh joy, what glorious news. I have some good news about my own. I was finally able to track down my loyal steed. Glastrier is making its home in the Crown Shrine. It is the place where my loyal steed and I spent much time together. I had been avoiding the place as I feared I would get trapped in mine own nostalgia. Yet why has my loyal steed made the shrine its home? Is it reminiscing about our time together? No, it can't be. The Crown Shrine stands majestically atop the mountain to the north. Bring the carrot and the reins of unity and meet me there. I shall hasten there now, but you may come when you feel you are ready. I am counting on you, child. Alrighty. And read it now, and moving on. Alrighty, I'm gonna make the long trek up to the mountaintop, so I'll meet you when I'm at the top. Alrighty. Welcome back. And we're here at the Crowned Shrine. I did level up my Pokemons just a bit so they would be able to handle the legendary Pokemon here. Now we got a level 81 Aggron and a level 83 Whimsicott. Now let's talk to Calyrex. I've been waiting, human child. The Crown Shrine is a place I once called home. Glastrier must think me helpless now that I have lost my powers. It taunts me by making this place its own dwelling. Ah, I see you have indeed brought me the reins of unity. You have my thanks, child. Ah, the feeling of holding these again, the color, the way they shine in the light. Oh, how this brings back memories. Glastrier is a very proud Pokemon. One might even call it arrogant. It will not accept me as its master again unless I am able to prove that my power outweighs its own. I will use the reins of unity to pour my power into the very body of my loyal steed. That should convince it that I am indeed still deserving of its loyalty. Now, human child, in order to lure my loyal steed to me, place the ice root carrot into the basket near where Glastrier made its bed. So let's go drop the ice root into basket, the bin. Much chunkier looking than the ghost root or the shade root. The time has come, human child, but you have successfully defeated my loyal steed once already. It will not willingly approach anyone it considers to be a threat. We must hide and wait for it to appear. There's Glastrier. So we rejoined Calyrex with Glacier. Glacier, something like that. What in the world? Such a huge noggin, and it's got a ride? It can talk? What do you want? Oh, I got no idea what you're saying, but somehow it also makes sense. Hold the phone. What in the... Oh no, not again. Human child. Thanks to your efforts, I have been reunited with my loyal steed, and now I am finally at my full power. I was convinced that the people are no longer believe in me. But I had also lost my loyal steed. I was trapped in the throes of deep loneliness, but you saved me. There are truly no words with which to fully express my gratitude to you. So I have a suggestion. If you are able to catch me even at my powers restored, it will prove your worth beyond any doubt, and I will lend you my strength on your journey. Once you have readied yourself, come face me. But first, I should get this man back to where I found him. It would be no good to let him freeze out in this frigid climate. So, Calyrex and Frigid, whatever it's called, Glacier, is level 80, right? So they're level 80, which means I had to level up my Pokemons just a bit. And I am going to definitely save before battling him, because when I battled him, or when I battled Spectrier, the ghost version of it, and Calyrex, I spent, I don't know, maybe an hour trying to catch it. I spent so long trying to catch that Spectrier. You want to ready your Pokeballs? Yes. And I don't think an Iron Head is going to kill it. At least I'm hoping it doesn't kill it. As one. Unnerve is berries, and then the other one is... I'm gonna protect, kind of spot what move it's gonna use. Giga Drain, that's right, it does have Giga Drain. It used Iron Defense, which is a move that I didn't even know it could learn. It should use, oh, Psychic, it resists, except that still hurts. I'm gonna start chucking Ultra Balls. Wow, okay. That took me, I believe, like 3 Ultra Balls while trying to catch Spectre. It took me a while. I had to soft reset several times because of my entire party wiped. Calyrex has been added to your party. Human child. No, I should refer to you by your name now. Taboo. I look forward to what adventures we might have together. Hello? That you, Chief? It's me, Peony. I just had a dream about big-headed Pokemon and I clicked A too fast. You were there too, Chief. It all felt so real. I got worried about you and I decided I'd better give you a call and check in. You haven't hurt yourself, have you, Chief? Not in a bunch of trouble, aren't you? Or are you? I'm fine. I'm good. Good to hear. Guess I got nothing to worry about then. The Peony Exploration Team is all about the safety and well-being of its members, after all. So, you be careful on your way back too, you hear? No expedition over until you're safe and sound back at home base. Jotted down the current status of Legendary Clue 1 and read it now, and moving on. Report back to Chief Peony. But before I do that, let's go check out Calyrex. Check summary. So we got an ice psychic type, however, Calyrex is actually just a grass psychic. As one, this ability combines the effects of both Calyrex's Unnerve ability and Glacier's Chilling Neigh ability. Chilling Neigh increases its attack stat when defeating a Pokemon. We got Glacial Lance, 130 power move, Psychic, Iron Defense, and Giga Drain. And those stats are insane even for a level 80 legendary. Not the fastest, but can take some hits. So let's go back to Peony, finish up this mission. I'll end the video there. Wait, Chief, how goes the adventure? Anything to report? Legends of Bountiful... The King of Bountiful Harvest. Wait, you really caught Calyrex from the Legends? That's ultra mega brilliant. Report away. That noggin's massive. Is that the King of Bountiful Harvest? The one calling the shots around here? Huh? I could have swore that I've seen it before. Or then again, maybe not. Anyways, it's definitely regal of it to have a steed, and that massive head does sort of resemble a crown. It's kingly enough at any rate. Let's just call it this a successful expedition. Looks like you've reported all there is to report on Legendary Clue 1 and the King of Bountiful Harvest. Smashing! I'll mark this expedition done. And a big old check mark. Got anything else legendary you want to talk about? Nope. Crack on with this, solving these legendary chiefs. You've your expedition to expedite. Alrighty. Let's just check the Pokedex real quick. Make sure I don't need to, like, split them up. Nope, they count as one. So that's Spectrier, and there's Glacier. Or Glastrier. There's Spectrier, Glastrier, and then Calyrex. Alrighty. So I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you. Oh, hold on, I gotta get, like, right up. Get over here. Get over here, you beautiful faces. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you. Fingers are too sweaty to do this. Next time. Hope you enjoyed, and I see you then.